Hi, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. This is just a makeup look tutorial. If you want to see how this look was done, stay tuned. Alright guys, so we're going to start today's look by just putting back our hair. Like that. There we go. Okay, got all of our hair pinned back. I'm not going to use the hair ties right now. So I like to start with a nice serum, something to really help retain the moisture in your skin and add a little bit more, just a nice little boost. I have been using the, I'm not going to try to say it, but there you go if you'd like to try that out. I usually do about 1 pump is good enough to cover the entire face. You don't need too much of this product. It is nice and spreadable. Okay, and while that dries up a little bit, I like to go in with a separate eye serum. So you know, wearing all those shadows and everything, sometimes it can be a little drying depending on your skin type. And again, even 1 pump of this is going to be way too much. You really just need very little. Fingers like that. Nice and rubbed in. Your under eyes as well, don't forget those. Alrighty, now we can go in with our moisturizer. This is just a nice everyday one I like to use. It's not too expensive, but I found it's very moisturizing, very easy on your skin, and it has a nice SPF added to it just for extra protection. And it doesn't dry white or colored. It does look white on the actual product, but once you rub it in, it's nice and even. Alrighty. Okay, now we can go in with our foundation. I like to use the Tarte Shape Tape Hydrating Foundation in Fair Beige, a little lighter. Let's get that nice shake. Alrighty, just take this nice little brush. I like to start down the nose, under the eyes, nice and on your cheek. I use all the products on the brush.
Mustache. Ready? And it should be more like that.
Looks great. Okay, I have a damp beauty blender here that we're going to use. Mine has a little bit of Sharpie on it. Don't come for me, it's fine. Just going to get nice and beat it in here. I am going to use a separate mirror here because I cannot see you. Alrighty. And you know the rule, you gotta beat your face to hell. Gotta make sure all of this is nice and blended in. You don't want to miss any spots. Have a streaky face. Once that is nice and blended, okay, once that is nice and blended, we are going to go back in with our contour and highlight, or sorry, contour and conceal. Forgive me. I like to use the NYX Wonder Stick in highlight and contour. It's very simple to use. You got both your products in one. Super easy if you're using it on the go as well. Forget to contour at home, you can just do it at work. One easy tool. We're going to get under our nose. We're going to get on the sides. Make sure that nose is nice and snatched. Okay. On both sides. I like to do this little guy here. Get under your lip as well. Very nice. We're going to go on the side. I'm going to move the sideburn there. We're going to take it from the corner of the ear all the way down. We're going to go a little bit of space right here. Don't want to go all the way. Looks like your beard. And we're going to add a little bit more product. Okay, we're going to go to the other side, do the same thing. Perfect. I'm gonna go up here to the forehead. I have a giant forehead, so we're gonna make that a little bit smaller. Both sides. And if you want to make your jawline a little bit more defined, you can always add a little bit right here, just kind of carve out that area. Come back under the chin, and on the other side. Make sure you blend this. If you do not blend it, you will have a mask, and it will be very noticeable. All right, now we can go back in with the other side, the concealer. I believe this is in the shade Light Medium, by the way. So we're going to go back in, we're going to take it under the eye. I do very little down here. I have a tendency to get a little cakey even with, you know, the setting spray and the powders and everything, so I don't do too much. Truthfully, with enough sleep and water, I guess it helps. Put it right on top of the lip. A little on the chin, I do a nice little cross. Tip of the nose right here, add a nice little highlight, definition, bringing this up, and further defining the shadows around your nose with that contour. Take it right up the bridge, up to your forehead. Alrighty, now we're ready to blend. Going back in with that dampened beauty blender, we're gonna blend this to hell, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, once you are done blending in that contour and conceal, you can go back in. I like to do both the cream and powder contour, so I like to go in with a nice powder once I finish this step, so we're going to go ahead and get that set up. I like to use the Becca setting powder. Mine is horribly dirty, please forgive me. So we're going to go in, get it nice and shaped up. I like this. It has a nice moisturized feel when you put it on. It's very light. It's not too cakey either, so you don't have to worry about, you know, having cake face. Go in right under my eyes. Places that you really don't want the creases, and you're going to make sure and take it with the Beauty Blender, and then we'll use our brush to get the rest of the face. Just a nice light dusting. I smile a lot, so we're going to get our smile lines. Okay. Go back in, I'm just very lightly dabbing it. Go back in, we're going to go around the nose. Alrighty, a little bit more into the eyes. There we go. And now we're going to go in with a nice fluffy brush and that setting powder and just lightly dust the rest of the face. Make sure you lock in that cream that you just put on. So you don't want that coming off. It's a whole lot of wasted time product. Really lightly get the forehead, make sure that's not going anywhere. Contour. Alrighty, now when I'm doing a real glam makeup look, I do like to follow up this cream contour with some type of powder accent, whether it be a nice bronzer or another contour. Really just depends on how I feel for the day. We are going to follow that up with our wonderful Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette. In this, I'm going to be using the shades Azores for my contour. I used to use the Ibiza as the blush as well, and it's so pretty. It's just very shimmery. I tend to go on a little bit more matte side for my blush, but sometimes I'm feeling a bit of glitter. It works out. I have it available. I'm going to go in with a angled blusher brush in this wonderful Azores color. And we're just going to blend that in.
Alright.
Go in under the chin with this as well. Just adds a little bit more definition, and who doesn't love glitter? Alrighty, and lastly, we're going to go in with it on the forehead right at the hairline. Adds a little bit more color, a little bit more shimmer. It's just pretty. Okay, we are done with this. Next, we're going to follow that up with our blush. I'm going to use the Alamar Cosmetics Colorette Blush Trio. This is what it looks like. Very pretty. It's got a wonderful little rosy color here. Nice little pink, peach color. Okay, today we are going to go in with the Paraiso color. Very pretty little, nice soft peach color. I'm using a normal little blusher brush. We're just going to smile and go in circles in the apples of our cheeks and blend out right above that contour where your highlight's going to be later. It'll be very light so you get a nice product distribution. I'm going to cake it on in one spot, then we're going to look like a creepy doll. Alright, we're going to take a little bit more product. I'm not getting too much product on the end of that on the end of that brush. I know it looks like it could be a lot, but it's not too much. Again. We are blending out towards this cheekbone area right above where that contour is. Just blending it together, making sure that it's not too muddied as well. I like to go in with a little bit of the product under my nose as well. I think it's just a cute little addition. There we go. A little bit on my chin. Okay. And a little bit right below where you did that. Just okay. There we go. We are done with the powders on the face. Alrighty, so now we're going to go ahead and move on to the brows, the best part. We are going in with the e.l.f. little brow liner and spoolie duo. I believe it is the cool brown color. I'm just going to brush out my brows. Alrighty. Brows are all brushed. We're going to go in with the brow liner right here. Now, I like to start at the very bottom. We're going to draw the nice arch right along the bottom. You're going to be very gentle. Again, you just want to get nice, even product distribution. If you press too hard, too much product is going to come off, and it's going to cake up when you blend it and cause more streaks and everything. It's just going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess. Okay, so you're starting that nice line. We are going to go back in and clean this up with a little bit of micellar water later on, so don't worry if we do mess it up. It happens. We're human. Now we have that nice line drawn in at the bottom. We're going to go into the top now very gently, and I start from out here in very gentle strokes. Do not go all the way to the end over here, because you're going to want to blend it just a little bit. And you want this area to be lighter, no blocky brows. Okay, once I get to the end, I start to kind of flick down with my movement until I get to about right here. Alrighty, we've got the end tail nice and done there. My brow hairs are super long. Thanks, quarantine. Alrighty. We're going to fill in the brow with very gentle strokes. You don't need to do too much. You are going to be blending this so it will get nice and flared out. And again, you don't want to do too much at the end here. You will be blending it to be a little lighter, so you don't want to have too much product. Alrighty, we're going to go in and blend this one. At the front, you're going to want to do a up stroke. It's going to help to not have these little lines in there, because if you do, you will have little lines and it'll look messy. And if you just go back over, you'll pick up some of the product and bring it to the end, give you a little bit of color without it being too much. Alrighty, and now you're just really kind of going to brush it all back out. And in brushing it, you're going to evenly distribute that product, making it a little bit more smoky without having those lines that you drew. Alrighty, so that's the undone brow. This is the partially finished brow. We are going to clean it up with a little bit of the micellar water and concealer, but this is what it looks like after you've put on the product. I'm going to go ahead and do this brow and we'll be right back. Okay, and this is what it looks like right before you have cleaned it up with the micellar water. You can see that it's going to be darker at the tail end and a little lighter at the front, just to give it that night definition and gradient if you want to be fancy about it. Now we're going to go in with a Q-tip and some micellar water oh my god, that word is so hard. We're going to go in with that and clean it up, and then we're going to apply some concealer. Just make sure they are nice and really defined. Alrighty, we have gone ahead and done both the brows with the concealer. You can see that they are now more defined and cleaned up. We're good on those, ready to go with the eyeshadow. I'm going to use one of my favorite palettes today for the primer. It is the Auto Balm Pick Perf palette. There's some beautiful shades in here. I'm just not going to be using them today, and I'm going to be using the neutral primer here. I'm going to just put that on with my finger.
So brush for it. I thought I can get really close enough with here, so it's fine. It's the job done.
Alright, groovy. So we have this eye nice and primed. We're going to go ahead and do this other one, and then we're going to pull out our wonderful palette we're going to be using today. It's by a wonderful brand called Natalie Ann Cosmetics. It's one of my favorite brands. My lashes are also by this amazing brand today. It is a small business, and honestly, that is why it makes the top of my list in brands. That, and she's just amazing, you know. Okay, and to get a nice defined line today, I know some people use tape, but since I go ahead and do all my powders and stuff at the beginning, I like to use sticky notes, and I do one eye at a time. So I go in and I do pretty much the same that you would do with a piece of tape, but this just doesn't pull up as much product whenever you pull it away, so you don't have to fix anything. We're going to go in nice next to the lash line on the bottom and just hug that and press it down. You're going to get the same nice defined line. I know you look ridiculous right now, but it's going to look really nice when you're done. I went ahead and tore it, made it a little easier. That made sense. Should have done that. Okay, so this is the Mermaids Only palette by Natalie Ann Cosmetics. It is one of my favorite palettes that I have. The actual colors within are stunning. There you go. They are so pigmented. They don't have much fallout at all. It's just amazing. They're long wear. They're not drying like some other products are. I can't. It's amazing. So I'm going to start with the Sand shade. Just gonna bring it over here. The Sand shade. We're going to pick that up with a nice little fluffy brush here. You're going to get quite a bit of product, and we're just going to add that to the midsection of our eye. Get a nice little transition area going on here. Lightly blend. Make sure you get it nice and blended in. You're going to be doing lots and lots of blending, but that's okay because it's going to be nice and even. Alrighty. We're going to follow that up with the Color Queen right here. Forgive my nails, they're horrible. I need to paint them. I was just really excited and wanted to do this video, so it's like, you know what? Fuck it, who cares? We're going to pick up a little bit of product in that Queen color. I like to hold my brush at the very end. It makes your strokes a little bit lighter, so again, you don't have too much of the product that goes down. I'm going to say product a million times in this video. It's fine. It's fine. Alrighty, we're also going to add this to the middle section, but we're also going to bring it down right on the edge of the eyelid there. Start a little bit of smokiness, a little bit of the definition and contour for your eye. Start right here. Just going to do light little strokes, like your Bob Ross painting.
we're just going to blend.
Alrighty, now that we have that queen color nice and blended in on the edge, it's going to be a nice faint kind of red color. I just really like it. It's pretty. I'm going to go back in with the sienna, very light at the very edge of your eyelid here. Again, we're just adding a little bit more definition, a little bit more smokiness. Like I said, a very little bit of the product. And right here at the very edge.
Very light.
I'm just going to blend that out onto this here. It also helps to make sure that's a really nice defined line all the way to the edge. You don't want to stop right before the sticky note. It's what it's there for. Okay, so we are going to take my favorite color out of the entire palette. I'm not even going to lie, the Mystic color. Okay, so we're going to take a flat brush. We're going to use the flat side of this brush. Truthfully, I don't know what brush this is. It used to say, but it's from an Ipsy bag. I love Ipsy. So we're going to take Mystic. I like to take quite a bit. It is kind of a translucent shade, but it does have so much color in the sun, if that makes sense. So we're going to take it. We're just going to add it all over our lid. Alrighty, now we have that done. We are going to take the fluffy side of this brush. We're going to take a little bit of sand and a little bit of snow, the two lightest colors in the palette. We're going to use those to define our brow bone, make sure it's nice and poppin'. I'm going to take the end, very nice, just hug that line there. This is also just going to help to blend everything together, make sure there's nothing like a sharp line up here. Alrighty. Here we go. We're going to take this off here. As you can see, it maintained a nice sharp line. It did leave a little bit of a gap, but that's okay. I'm going to add a liner later, so we're not going to worry about it. Alrighty, and we're going to take a little bit of that queen shade that has some of that pink color in it. We're going to take it right under our lash line, just add a little bit of smokiness to the bottom and tie it all together. I always start right out here at the very end, just to make sure that once you get in here, it's not a really dark color. It's a nice smoky transition. Bring it up. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and do this eye, and we've already, so we finished the eyeshadow on both eyes. Unfortunately, I remembered I don't actually have any more eyeliner. I gotta get more, so we're just going to move on. Luckily, since I did the under eyeshadow, it smoked up, and you can't really tell. It's fine. I'm going to have lashes on anyways. We're going to go in with a wonderful mascara in Super Black from It Cosmetics, the Superhero mascara. I don't know how to fix zoom on this, so we'll figure out eventually, someday. This is a long-term thing, I hope. Okay, this is what the brush looks like. It is one of my favorite mascaras. It goes on really dark, it lasts forever, but it is super easy to get off without damaging your lashes. I love my lashes, so that's a really good thing. And it doesn't flake off like other ones that are supposed to be, you know, easy and nice to remove. So we're going to go in, should we do the top lashes for now?
Okay.
Just one eye. I did have a little bit of mascara on before, so there's that. I'm gonna go to this side.
Alrighty.
Okay, mascara's done. We're gonna go ahead and let that dry. I'm gonna go in and do my highlight and lip gloss, and then we'll finish up with some lashes and our look will be complete. Okay, today I'm gonna use my Ofra highlighter in Rodeo Drive. I'll show you what that looks like. So here is what the Ofra highlighter in Rodeo Drive looks like. We're gonna use a simple little fluffy brush. I'm gonna take a little bit of the product and put it on the end of my nose. Add some to the bridge of the nose, upper lip, okay, we're going to get our cheekbones, cannot forget that. Other side. Okay, and then I do like to take a little bit of the highlighter and add it to my brow bone, just an extra little pop of color and glitter. Never have too much glitter. Here we go. Alrighty, we are back from finishing up the mascara and everything else. So now we are going to finish up with our lashes. I did forget that I did not have eyeliner. So obviously I can't do that. But we did the under eyeshadow, so it blended up and it looks great, so it doesn't matter. Today we're going to use the Natalie Ann Cosmetics lashes in Camilla. These are my favorite style that I own besides my Andrea lashes. I probably wear these or the Andrea ones every day. These have a thicker base with a wispier end, so they are longer, but they're not thick at the ends, so it's not like crazy brooms on your eyes. They're beautiful, sassy. I love them so much. So we're gonna go ahead and take those off. I have gone ahead and taken the glue off. I forget sometimes. Sometimes you're just tired. You don't want to. You get up from work, you take them off, and you're just like, you know what? I'm done. That's it for me today. We're going to use the Lash Adhesive from Kiss. This is some of my favorite. I haven't gotten the Natalie Ann Cosmetics lash one yet. I'm going to, because it's actually made for lashes of this quality. They are a higher quality lash, so this is a little cheaper. It's made for cheaper lashes, so it's going to do, it's not going to make them last as long as they could, honestly. So you do want to make sure that you get quality rather than quantity. For me, at least, it matters. We're going to take just a little bit. I like to shake it to the end and press very gently because it'll come out and you'll have too much and it's never a good thing. So we're going to do it right on the ends here. I'll do it nice up close so people can see. A little goes a long way. Add just a little bit more there. Oop, too much, see? You can dab it. No, not a lot will come out. There we go. Wipe that off. Then we can spread it with the tip of the applicator. I don't know, nozzle. Okay, I'm gonna set that down. We're going to wait, I usually say like 45 seconds. I just count in my head for this to become tacky, and then we're going to apply it to the eyelid right here. I'm going to pull this closer. This is way too far. So much better. Happy. Okay. And you can tell because it'll become a little bit more translucent. My goodness, translucent. My lip there. Alrighty, so we're going to take it after you have the glue on there, and you're just going to apply it as close to the lash line as you could possibly get it. Go in, and place it on there. My phone just went off. You do want to make sure you get it pretty evenly placed, otherwise it'll look kind of funky. So I have this handy dandy little tool here. It is actually a lash tweezer. See? And I'm going to take it and just compress my natural lashes to the false lash. Make sure that everything is getting nice and stuck. You can also use it to press it further into the actual eyelid. Making sure that is not going anywhere. If you have any glue on your bottom lashes, make sure you pull that off. Otherwise, your eyelids are going to keep sticking and it's just not fun. Here, there we go. All right, so that is Camilla. She is beautiful. We love her. It is a huge difference, so like, whoa. Let's go ahead and do the other one. Okay, perfect. So we have both of our Camilla lashes on. As you can see, they're a lot thicker at the bottom than they are at the ends. It's nice and even. They are very long. I do need to trim them just a little bit, but I can't bring myself to do it because they're just so beautiful. And again, that is the Natalie Ann Cosmetics brand. You can follow them on Instagram at Natalie Ann Cosmetics. It's worth it. You should do it. And then we are going to finish this look up today with a little bit of a lipstick. I'm going to use one of my favorite lipsticks that I use every day. Is the e.l.f. liquid matte lipstick in Blushing Rose. It was like $3 at Target. It's amazing. And first, don't forget, we're going to use our chapstick in Barco. It's amazing. I have the sugar and cream one. It's absolutely delicious. And it's really good for your lips. It has another SPF in it just for more protection on your face because you can never have too much protection from the sun. Nice and hydrating. Because matte lipsticks can be very dehydrating for your lips. Okay. And this is what the brush of that one looks like. Nice nude color. I like to start right here on the edge of my lips. Then just bring it to the middle. And then we'll go down the side.
Alrighty.
And we'll do the bottom. Alrighty, and here is that completed look. We have the new lipstick on now, and this is it. Alrighty, thank you for joining me, and have a great day.